Where's the flashlight?
Hey, yo, yo, yo. Look, it's pretty bright. It's just that it wasn't okay. Well, he went to go get more lighting. Hello, welcome everyone to our channel. I'm Davina.
I'm Hobart.
And we are retired military and we moved to the Philippines. And so here we are. We moved here about 30 days ago, a little bit more than 30 days ago. And since we moved into the family home and started renovations. And then hi to whoever came in. Thanks for joining us. Hit the like button. And then want to let you guys know that we are going to be traveling, checking places out all over the Philippines. But right now we're doing renovations and we just recently moved here. So we bought all our appliances.
Yes.
Today we went to Baguio.
Yes. So I guess we'll start off our day, right? So the guys got here and we're starting.
Well, we woke up at 3:30 in the morning.
We did.
And we went for a morning walk. Before 5 a.m., we already did 4 miles.
4 miles. Yeah.
Yeah, right. 4 miles.
So we already did 4 miles. We walked to town, got some bread, came back home. Dee made breakfast for the family, eggs and sausages with some French toast.
Mm-hmm.
And then for breakfast, the construction guys, they got coffee and some pandesal. So one of the guys was like, oh, man, we were talking about it. We're chopping it up. And I learned that he liked coffee. So I'm like, you know what? Let's start serving these guys coffee to get their day started. They eat breakfast already, but I think it's one of those cultural things where we're supposed to be feeding them lunch. But since I don't know how to cook, Dee doesn't know how to cook.
Well, actually, I don't have a kitchen.
We don't have a kitchen.
I have to cook outside. So, and I don't have like a way to wash dishes. I'm having to wash dishes in the shower right now. Everything's kind of like harder than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how we're dealing with things.
Right. And so that's just, it's just hard for us. So these guys have to go home and eat their lunch or pack their own lunch. So at least what we could do is give them coffee in the morning, get their day started. But these guys have been great, phenomenal. They're just, how should I say? They're carpenters. So
yeah, they're doing a really good job. Mm-hmm. The work that they produce is very nice.
Right. So it's different from, I would say standards are different to US, but
the construction standards. So what's interesting here in the US,
Philippines?
In the Philippines, excuse me, from the US, because I don't know anything else. But is building code and stuff like that. So basically there is no building code and you don't have to hire an architect to build your house. So you can literally like build your home from the foundation up, all just based off of your like ideas and imagination. And then you can either build it yourself. You don't have to be like a licensed contractor. Or you can hire people and they don't have to be like, licensed or anything. All they need to do is like be hard workers and build it. So with us, we have hired someone who is a experienced, they're experienced carpenters, and it really shows their work. But they're here doing masonry, they're doing tiling. So they're pretty much like general contractor. They're doing everything.
Yeah.
And with the exception of electrical. They're not doing electrical.
And they can do welding too, but there's a different guy for welding. Yeah.
And they don't do windows, but I'm pretty sure
they do plumbing. They do plumbing.
And they do plumbing. So they're really experienced. They're doing a great job.
They do septic tank. They run the water. They install toilets, sinks, drains, everything.
Right.
It's
roofing.
They do roofing too. That's right. They do roofing too.
It's pretty awesome. So, anyways, they're also going to be doing the basketball court. So they do the cement. They also lay the cement, the masonry. They built a wall in the backyard. And, anyways, why I say all that is because you can build a home in Philippines without any kind of like permits and things like that. You can just build it the way you want. So that's a pretty like a big shock to me. You don't have to, there's not like all this red tape you have to go to. And even if like, let's say the land that you have, let's say it's not residential, let's say it's like agricultural. My understanding is you could go down to the municipal, what I don't know what it's called, municipality, and just make a request to change the zoning. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool too. Okay.
So just to catch you guys up, the renovation that we did, the addition, the additional bedroom or an office area, and the bathroom is like done. The only thing that needs to happen now is
place the toilet,
place the sink, do the tile, just finish work basically. Mm-hmm. But we went in there and he's like, we need a window.
Oh yeah, so I was calling it like the deaf box because there's no window, and so we put in a window.
Yeah,
so and now it just really opens up the room a lot,
and it's a lot better. I was like, I went in there, I was like, this can't be a bedroom. It just can't be a bedroom. That's why I was like, maybe it's gonna be my office because I felt a little claustrophobic, just because of how small it is.
The ceilings are lower.
I can raise my hand and touch the ceiling on one end, so it was very low. But now that they've actually broken a wall and it shows where the window is going to be, it looks a lot bigger. So I'm really happy we did that.
Awesome. Okay, so he's always telling me like, he's like, you know what I do? I wake up and I start thinking about this or start thinking about that. So the other day I woke up and I don't know what I was doing, but I was like, we should really put a window on there. And then I was thinking to myself, we should put a window in this spot, you know? And so like we were on our walk this morning. Was it this morning we were on our walk? And I started talking to you about the window. Yeah. It was literally this morning. I was telling him, I was like, hey, you know, I think that room that we just built, I think it needs a window. And I think it should go on this side. Yeah. So, and I just kind of let it go. Like, you know, I'm not trying to push the issue about putting holes in walls and stuff, but he started thinking about it more and more and more, and he put a window, and now it feels better. Like it feels more open.
It feels open. It feels a lot bigger. The guys even installed like a door. And then the thing is, the kitchen area where the initial renovation for the kitchen, it's done.
Oh yeah, it's totally done.
Good. Yeah, it looks good. The bathroom is done. It looks great. But we're adding a few more things in the kitchen. Like,
when does it end? Can we please? I want my kitchen back.
Yeah, we're adding a little bit more stuff in the kitchen just to make it
more complete.
Right.
More counter space, because right now before we even started this renovation, I had zero counter space. Well, maybe like a small little bit, but it wasn't usable.
Yeah.
So
now we're adding more stuff just for pantry, right? For pantry purposes and modern. And then the thing is too, is instead of installing wood cabinets, we went with just concrete countertops and concrete pantry.
Oh, nice.
For the purpose of termites. And that's another reason. One of the things is like, I asked the guy, I was like, hey man, you went up on the roof, or do you see any termites there? He's like, actually, your bathroom ceiling, one of the corners, actually 2 corners, has termite damage. And so we're gonna tear up that ceiling.
They also found termite damage in the west wing.
So I'm waiting for my mom to get back so that way she can open the door.
Unless we start seeing termites coming into the other new renovated parts of the house, then we'd have to take action, because we don't want to have to like really we already did so much to the house to fix the termite situation. And so if termites are still very active and they start, pest, what is it like, when they overtake a spot, like, when pests come in, I don't know what the heck it's called.
Overrun.
No, it's kind of like infestation. If we
Yeah.
start having an infestation in other parts of the house, then we gotta make moves.
That's interesting you say that because the West Wing, according to the construction guys that went up there to the attic, they said that that area has a lot of termites on the roof. So but then again, it's like it's locked. I don't have the key to it. My mom told me not to go in there. So I'm kind of like, oh, do I fix it now? Do I wait for her? We're in the middle of construction now. So I'm still thinking about it, mulling it over. My mom's dealing with a lot of stuff right now in the US. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to have to talk to her or just do the renovation.
Yeah, it just really depends.
Yeah,
If we
it
start
depends on what's
seeing the
happening.
infestation creep over,
Okay.
that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
So,
What else? What else?
Well-
the construction.
so we started with the construction. I knew we want to go out of town, so we kind of like opened everything up and then we left.
Yeah, we did. And then the construction guys, my uncle was told me that he was going to stop by here, making sure that these guys are doing not doing what they're supposed to do because they
got
do things
everything
on
they
their own.
need.
Got everything they need. So right before I left, I made sure that they have enough dirt for concrete. They had
Hollow
hollow
block.
blocks. They had the water for the entire day, and then what else? That they had the supplies, like the guys that were cutting the tile in the kitchen. They needed like the diamond cutter. So I went to the store and did that before we actually took off, and then we went to Baguio. So
Yeah, well, on our way up to Baguio, we stopped in Pugad, which is Pugo Adventure.
yeah, Pugo Adventure. We're planning to do something there in the near future.
So we were kind of like just doing a recon, and so we went to go check it out. I don't know if you guys want to look it up. Pugo is
Adventures.
The city, and then
Pugo.
AD Pugad, basically Pugo Adventure. So it looks like a pretty nice spot. We walked around, we toured it, and it looked really nice. So it looks like something we would want to do for our family.
How many pools did they have? They had 3 and then 2 at the first initial.
Maybe like five pools.
They had 5 pools.
Big pools though.
Yeah.
They're not like small little.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know
hotel
when this
pools. They're
place.
big
Yeah, I don't know
pools.
when this place was built, but during its heyday, they had a lot of stuff happening. Like they had zip line, they had ATV, they had kayaking, they had paintball guns, they had biking for the kids, like little mini bikes. At its heyday,
and they don't do all that anymore. No. It's not all offered.
Unfortunately, yeah, they don't do that.
They used to have 5 zip lines, but now they only do 3.
3 zip lines. Yeah. So.
And each zip line costs a specific amount of money. So like if you do the highest zip line, it's 400 peso a person. If you do the next like 2 smaller ones, it's 250 a person each. So you're looking at like 800 if you do the package, 800 peso for one person to do the 3 zip lines.
3 lines.
Yeah. And then the pool is included in your stay there. Typically people are getting cabanas. So you're renting a cabana for the day and you can bring food in, you can hang out, and so we're looking at that as a thing to do.
Yes, things. Yes. So maybe in the near future we're gonna go there. The kids were actually stoked.
Yeah, and it was so hot.
It was so hot, and
they so hot.
A mini zoo.
We wanted to jump in the water so bad, but we were just there to tour it. And the zoo.
Have you guys ever seen a real ostrich?
Yeah, like a real one.
A real one? They're huge.
Yes.
Like huge. I'm like
the biggest bird.
It's like, oh my gosh.
They have one there.
It is massive.
Not an emu. Not an emu. It's not like a small little ostrich.
Ostrich.
It was huge.
Real ostrich. I was like, what? That thing is huge. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating. They also had a tiger.
Yeah, and the tiger wasn't all drugged up like they are in America. Okay,
Yeah,
this tiger was ready to eat us. And monkeys, they had lots of monkeys all lined up. Yeah, there was like at least 10 monkeys. There's tons of different aviary bird. They had
snakes,
a whole section. Pythons, like 5 different kinds.
Pigeons.
They also had turtles and an iguana. So they had a like a mini zoo.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so we walked around.
So it's like it's a resort.
Yeah.
They definitely, like I said, it's at its heyday. That place must have been something else, you know. But we're looking.
But it can accommodate like parties of 100.
They had 100 cabanas. They probably had.
They had so many cabanas, hundreds of cabanas, right?
Just 100,
all different sizes.
Yeah. About 100.
And they can cater to big groups. It was nice. It was
and each cabana can hold 15 people. That's their average.
Yeah, and then it was like 1,200 for one cabana.
Right.
And
you can barbecue
which
there.
Which is like $20.
Yeah, you can barbecue. You can bring your own meat. You can barbecue there. So it's pretty good.
It was fun. It was cool. We walked around. We didn't get in the water or nothing, but it was recon. So
after that, then after we recon the area, we went up to the mountain, went to Baguio.
We stopped at a coffee place along the way.
Oh yeah,
it was good coffee. We stayed away. It woke us up. That coffee.
Oh yeah, that coffee was so good. Cafe.
Something cafe, yeah. It was like a
brew country cafe.
Country brew cafe.
It was good. So we were like, we've had like coffee here, and the first time we've had coffee, we allowed the coffee place, not this one, to add milk. Well,
I can't do milk here.
It's powdered milk here.
I can't do it. It's got a weird filmy taste.
Yeah. So we've just been doing like drip Americano.
Yeah.
And
black coffee.
They had a little market at this brew coffee house, a country place, and they had chocolate.
Yeah, it was local chocolate from the area.
Yeah, like 58 grams of cacao per strong bar. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it went so well with the coffee that we bought. We probably
pretty much
like
wiped them out of all their
chocolate bars. We did. Did you have it?
Yeah, they're around. I don't know where it is. I mean, I rushed into the house. I'm exhausted. I can't keep track of anything. Yeah, I got it. It's there somewhere. He's looking for chocolate. Free advertisement for the chocolate. I don't know where you. Baby, it was like in a bag. It's. There it is. No. I don't know where it is. I'm so tired. It's 10:47 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
It's about 7.
So yeah, I can't find it right now. I'm too tired.
Almost 8 o'clock in California.
8 a.m.
Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so we did that, and then it's right on the cliff. It's the whole of Baguio is like a big mountain, so it doesn't matter like where you stop. You can get some really great views because you're up on a mountain, and they just kind of like built houses all over the mountain.
Oh yeah, on cliffs too. I was like, wow, that's amazing. How do they get to that house? Yeah, but it's like it looks like the houses are hanging.
Yeah, they do.
Of the mountains, and it's very beautiful. It was about a good 25 degrees, which is 77 Fahrenheit.
Right.
25 degrees Celsius, which is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, people were wearing sweaters up there.
Yeah, okay, so once you're acclimatized to the Filipino climate, right, you get cold. You need a sweater. And I was cold up on that mountain. So, okay, we also stopped in and bought some things from the side of the road. You know, like the Pasalubong stores. So we got the ube jelly, which I'm going to eat with my pandesal in the morning. I want to try it. Bread mate. It says it's the mate of bread. It expires 10 October 2023. I better hurry up and eat this. Okay, what else? A walis. Anybody know what a walis is?
It's my hat.
It is a native hat. A native.
It's
This walis only cost me 80 piso.
It's nice.
Which is like
It's a straw.
$1.50
It's a
maybe.
straw sweeper.
It's a nice sweeper. And so that's pretty much what we did on the ride up. And then we got to Baguio and we went to SM Baguio. And we were there. We were looking for something in particular, but they didn't have it, which is school uniforms for the kids. But here, so school year was like started. Once school year started, they kind of like cleaned out all of the uniforms that were supposed to be at the school, like or at the store, and now you can't find any uniforms. And so like we went to two SM malls today, and I asked the second SM mall like, hey, where's the uniforms? And they showed me the uniforms they had on, and I was like, but I'm here looking for different uniforms. And she's like, well, we got some out back. So they went out back, brought me different uniforms to look at. And this is at the second mall. But anyway, there's just different stuff going on. Go ahead. You speak. I'm tired.
Okay, so today we went to Baguio and we've been up down that way before just because we bought our SUV in Baguio, right, in Benguet area.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the latest we were up there, and it was around 6:30.
Yeah, it was only 6.
So if you guys are familiar with the Baguio area, during like the winter season, I'm pretty sure during regular season too, is they have the fog come in due to the moisture on the ground and then just in the area. And it was so foggy that I almost got in an accident.
Yeah.
I was going probably between 10 miles an hour, and just out in the middle of nowhere, I couldn't see a sign. It says, road construction, and I had to swerve.
Mm-hmm.
I had to swerve so hard. My son hit his head.
We barely missed it.
Yeah. He hit his head on the
so that was kind of scary.
the seat in front of him.
And I literally had prayed maybe like 5 minutes prior, because it was so dense and so dark.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going really slow down that mountain, and I really felt like we were on that mountain forever.
I'm glad I was driving.
Yeah, and I was telling him, like, I wish that we would have left Baguio sooner so that we wouldn't have hit so much fog. It was such a dense fog.
Yeah.
And then the construction too, like that didn't help.
Yeah, the construction going up and down on that road to Baguio. And then Kenon Road is closed too.
Yeah.
Marcos is open, but the
Marcos Highway
is open, but Kenon Highway is closed.
And I don't know why, but there was a police checkpoint where they turned everybody around. And I was like, oh man. So we were there, different route. We weren't expecting to go on that route. And we didn't know the roads or anything, and we're dealing with fog at the same time. So
that was crazy how I almost got in an accident. But here in Philippines, there's like, you can't really drive fast unless you're going through the highway. But I would say you don't see a lot of road rage here in Philippines.
Nah.
There's a lot of yield,
mm-hmm.
a lot of like overtaking and passing.
Everybody yield.
Yeah, but it's mostly defensive driving. You really have to know how big your vehicle is.
I've only had like 1 or 2 people honking at us all ridiculous because I don't know what, like they need to calm down.
So you really have to know your vehicle, right? So how your turning radius, the rear of your vehicle, how to maneuver around areas, tight areas. So on our way back, we had a phone call today, and the reason why we went to the second SM was one for uniforms for my daughter, and then the second reason was appliances that we bought.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts?
So we went and we looked at the appliances. I guess when you buy something, you have to verify that it's all good to go.
Yeah.
And so we went to SM, and he went in, he was looking at the appliances, and we're like, he's over there measuring everything, seeing if it's going to fit in our kitchen, because we just renovated the kitchen. And he also wanted to get a dishwasher, but when we were measuring the dishwashers, we're like, nah, it doesn't fit. So I am the official dishwasher, and that's just how it's going to stay in this house.
Yeah. So there's a story about the washer and dryer combo. Want to talk about that?
Yeah. So when we bought, so I think there's a language barrier, and or there is a understanding of what like appliances do, because I have a Whirlpool and it's old school, like washer. And on one side, it's a washer. On the right side, it says max dry. Now, when it says max dry, it circles everything around and just kind of like pulls all the water out of the car. No, of the clothes. And so after it's max dried, I pull it up and I hang it up to dry because it still needs the sun, or it needs time to get all the moisture out of the garment. Okay, so that is a washer, right? With dryer. Come to the Philippines, you're buying something, you think it's a washer and dryer combo.
That's how it was advertised.
Yes. And it was advertised like uh 24 kilograms wash, 12 kilograms dry. And I was like, okay, this is a washer and dryer. We bought it. It was very expensive. It was like top of the line. See, here's the thing. When you wash your clothes and you dry them, you wash them by hand or you wash them in a wash machine. When you dry them by the sun, the necks start to like
this.
They start to get, I don't know, stretched out. Okay. The clothes lose their elasticity and they lose their life. Brightness. They kind of like get funky and weird as you wash these things, right? You're going to need new clothes eventually. Or you can change over to a like what is it, like wicking away, moisture wicking type of shirts, polyester or nylon type of shirts that kind of like don't hold the water, those kind of shirts, then you're good to go, right? Here in the Philippines, you won't get that long, like, I don't know, worn out neck. Okay. So we bought what we thought was a washer dryer combo. Now I know they have these in the UK. I know it. I've seen these washer dry combos. I've used them before. Okay. Where you put your stuff in dirty. It takes 2 hours, but then you pull your stuff out clean and dry. All right. So that's what we thought we bought, a washer dryer combo. We go to inspect this thing and we're asking, well, where's the vent? How do you vent the dryer? And they brought out like some kind of like thing at the bottom, and it's like it catches the lint or something. And they said, you need to clean this lint thing. We're like, okay, but where's the hole for the hot air to go out? And they're like, no, that doesn't do that. And then we're like, well, how does it dry the clothes? Like, how does this get hot and dry the clothes? And then they said, no, the clothes come out damp. And I was like, wait a second. So I basically bought myself a washer with a dryer, kind of like the same thing as the one I already have, which is a washer with a max dry. Okay, yeah, no, this is not the product I thought I was buying. So that was a big shock. How did you feel about it?
It's a washing machine.
It's a washing machine. It doesn't have drying capabilities.
Hey, look, it's a washing machine, right? So when they sold it to us, it's like a washer dryer combo, right? Because the washer and dryer that they have here, it comes out damp. Well, a washing machine, of course, it comes out damp, and you're supposed to take it out of the washing machine and you put it in a dryer. So I've seen enough dryers that you need to vent for the exhaust, and they were telling me that, like, oh yeah, the air comes out of the water hose, and I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. So I started looking at it, right? And then I finally see a tag that says washing machine. It's not a washer and dryer combo. So we sat there and we're like, hold on a second. Where's the dryer? Do you guys sell dryers? The ones that dry clothes completely. You know what I mean? You put it in there wet and it dry. Oh yeah, we have that. We have a smaller one. I was like, okay. So does this do that? Right? It's the language barrier and explanation and
totally. And culturally here,
yeah.
people are hanging up their clothes to dry.
Yes. And so that's what they're very familiar with. And when they're explaining things to us, they're like, yeah, this is a washer and dryer combo. It comes out damp. And so when they said it comes out damp, I was like, okay, this is just a washing machine. So we were like, we can't purchase this item. We're not gonna purchase it. We're gonna return it. We want to purchase one that has a washer, and we're gonna purchase the pair that is a dryer. I was like, hey, I'm willing to take this and I'm willing to keep it, but do you have a pair that goes with it that is a dryer?
And they didn't.
They didn't. So we're like, okay, well, we don't want this. Right? It was sold to us as a washer dryer combo, and we don't want this. Now we do want a washer and a dryer. They're like, oh, yeah, okay.
And so like here, policies on when you buy things, the policies are you can only return it if it's defective. And a lot of times it's not like it's a swap. It's not like you can, because you changed your mind, you want to return it. They don't do that kind of stuff. You got 7 days to figure out if your appliance is a working appliance. So when they sold us something that we were not like we thought we were buying something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, this is not what I thought I was buying. And I don't want this. And so they were really nice. And they said, no, we can take it back. That's not a problem. Because we already paid for it, you know? So now we're going to have to like do the money situation or credit or something to switch it over to pay for this actual washer and dryer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, that was a big shock.
Yes. So, but as a customer, right, if I want to buy something, I should be able to buy it right there and then.
Mm-hmm.
I said, they showed me something on a magazine, and I said, yeah, just bring me that. Let me order it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Maybe it's at the end of the day or whatever, but I kind of like,
he likes things right now.
I'm like, I'm willing to pay for it right now, and I'm willing to order it right now, right? But they said, no, we can do it tomorrow. So for me, I'm like, wait, but I'm willing to buy it right now. Like, if you let me buy it right now, let me order it right now, then I'll take it, right? But this is what I want, and these are the specifics that I want. They didn't want to sell it to me right there and then. And so for me, I'm like, okay, all right.
He's the kind of guy who will go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll go somewhere else. So they did that to us already when we were buying the SUV, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave me the runaround. I was like, let me talk to the manager. Let's talk finances, right? They're like, no, you can only talk to the salesperson. So that was a Ford dealership in the Gupan,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they wouldn't let me talk to the manager. So I was like, all right, sounds good. We never went back. We never went back. They continued to call us, and we decided to go to Fort Baguio instead. And Fort Baguio was very accommodating, and that's why we bought our brand new SUV from them. So again, this is happening, right? Where it's like they're not allowing me to purchase items that I want to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't take
Same
that
thing
long.
happened to me with a printer, where I was trying to purchase a printer and they didn't want to take my credit card because it was a secure credit card. And so they were like, can we get cash? And I was like, no, I'll just take my credit card somewhere else where they'll swipe it. And I'm not going to buy it from you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
And I literally bought the same printer in the same town, just at a different mall.
So we'll see. They said that the appliance store is supposed to call me back tomorrow, but
but here's the thing: like for us to go from Tayog to Urdaneta, like that takes some time. And so it's just like, you want us to come back out here? It's like it is a hassle
It's a
to get
hassle.
over there.
Yeah. And so it's like you don't want to sell me this stuff now. I don't so that way I don't have to come back tomorrow. But they're like, no, we'll deal with it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, all right, sounds good. So that's something I'm dealing with right now, and I haven't decided yet whether I'm gonna go back to the store.
It doesn't
And
sit well with you.
it really doesn't. It doesn't. It's something that kind of like, all right, it's kind of a repetitive thing where they have it, they're showing me the catalog, and they're giving me the runaround and saying, okay, we'll check it tomorrow. We'll see if we have it in the warehouse. Like, it doesn't matter whether you have it in the warehouse or not. You have it in the catalog, and you order it. If you can't order it, if you can order it, order it. If you can't order it, then tell me that it's not available, so that way I don't have to deal with it. So I think what's gonna happen is we're probably gonna go to the market tomorrow, and I'm gonna look for a different washer.
He's gonna
and
be
dryer.
looking somewhere
I'm looking
else.
for a washer and dryer, and if these guys don't call me back tomorrow early enough, I'm
He's
gonna
probably
purchase a
not.
washer and
Yeah,
dryer somewhere
somewhere
else. Yeah,
else.
somewhere else.
Yeah, there's a local
Granted,
mall.
granted, they did. They sold this stuff.
Oh,
We
yeah.
bought the fridge from them. We bought the stove,
The
the
range.
range, what is that?
Range top
The
thing.
range top thing for
We bought a bunch of stuff
exhaust.
from them.
Yeah, a TV. Yeah, we bought a whole bunch of stuff from them. But
Yeah, but we were actually really shocked that what we had bought was not what we thought. Like, I was like, whoa, this is not what we thought we were buying.
She was so sad. She was so distraught. She was like, it's not a washer and dryer combo. And so we were like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Zoolander, right? When they're saying like, it's in the computer, it's in the computer. Like the information is in the computer. And Zoolander and the other guy were like hitting the computer. They're like, oh, like they were back in time. Whatever. That was us with this washer. We're looking for the vent. We're looking for the vent because we were in the back. Okay, we're like looking at it. We're like, oh, it's right here. It's right there. No, that's not a hole. That's not the proper area. And they're like, oh, look, it's right here. No, until I saw the thing that says washing machine.
Hi to whoever came in is giving us all the hearts. Hit the like button too.
Yes. So it was, it was interesting. It was very interesting. So tomorrow morning, as soon as we wake up, I think the appliance store nearby opens at around 8 o'clock. If I don't get a phone call from them, I'm just gonna go purchase a new one. And I'm just gonna have to get my money back. So
yeah, that was so weird. The way it was advertised was not, the language was really lost there.
Yeah, and that to me that's irrelevant. What matters to me is that they didn't want me to
buy it tonight.
And I'm
He's
like,
I'm ready to pay for this thing.
They did. Yeah,
they weren't ready for us. They wanted us to get out of that store because they want to go home. I'm sure of it.
Probably. So, hey, what are you doing out here, little monkey? You can't go to sleep.
Well, we better go because we need to put some people to sleep. So.
Yeah, some little people.
Magandang gabi to all the people out there. That means good night.
Although before you go it's because
all right. Thank you for everybody to come through.